Greetings from the Dawn with the Dawn's Life Encouragement System. I am the orator. I am the vlogger. I am the messenger that relays the message on this channel. And what we are about is a system that provides supernatural and natural mental, physical, and spiritual health. That's what this channel is about. So personal training, we talking about biblical. We may get into numerology, astrology, sports, maybe a little news. I really don't dilly dally in the news, but some news is fun. We can break that down as well. This channel started on Facebook, so you can find me at Donald Pleasant on Facebook, and it's just a vlog about information on the different lanes on the information highway. So what made me want to start it, orange juice, to start was this incident that I had yesterday. And I said, I'm going to start off with this. It was so weird. It was so strange. It felt so different, especially in the place that I'm at. It felt so different. And it wasn't a good incident. To get right into it, I'm driving my vehicle. And mind you, I have to come forward with it. I have to, I'm thinking on it all night. I'm thinking on it the next day. I'm meditating. I'm in quiet time. I've said, my prayers. I've said a few affirmations. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to start the channel off with this because this just kind of, it really does explain the Austin, Texas strangeness, the weirdness. So I do come representing Austin, Texas. The Don's Life Encouragement System is gonna put Austin, Texas on the map in the conscious community, in the leadership role of leading the people to inside themselves. You feel me? So we're gonna do that from Austin, Texas as well. So shout out to all of the people who are doing that, and the teachers before me. I'm no teacher. I'm no leader. I'm just a messenger to come to let the people know. What was I saying? Oh, so this incident, and it's like I have to come out with it. So I'm driving to go pick up my son, and I'm angel praying, like angels every single time. You always want to invite your angels to go with you, protect your house, protect your on your way, and this is where we do that at. And what I'm trying to say, I'm going slow because I'm trying to give you my state of mind. I'm in a serene, I've been by myself all that day, peaceful, nothing, disturbing me, and so I'm really feeling really good. So I get in my vehicle. And a strange part, remember we're on different lanes, a lot of different lanes to think about, is that when I feel like that when you have a machine, you have a vehicle or a car, that vehicle or that car is a part of you. Like you can get to know that vehicle, like your molecules, your energy, your vibration. That car has an energy and a vibration as well. So it's important to keep your car clean, keep it well oiled, keep the transmission fluid, keep the right pressure in the tires, right amount of air, A lot of women want to, dirty it up. So I feel like I'm strange because it's like Bumblebee off of Transformers. It's like these things are real, right? They're not real, but they're imaginable. So in the Don's Life Encouragement System, you use your imagination. So this is my thought process as my life has progressed. It's an older vehicle, and I call her Pearl. And I'm like, okay, Pearl, like, I'm listening to her. I'm making sure she's taken care of. I'm making sure, I'm listening to her, and your car will talk back to you if something's going wrong, and such and such. And so my mindset has been like this for years. So I don't play any music in my truck. I don't play any, I keep it quiet. I'm in meditation mode for the most part when I'm driving. But I'm also thinking about manifesting a new vehicle, and like I said, she's done me. Pearl's been beautiful, amazing. I've done amazing things with Pearl, if you know what I mean. And so, yeah, and so I'm riding high. I'm sitting on like a nice foam cushion too, because I'm a cushion person. I like luxury. I like luxury. A soft, softness on the bed, like lots of softness. And so, yeah, so I'm riding, right, and I'm just in the mindset of meditation, and I manifest. I'm riding, like, what? I have the feeling. They teach you in meditation. They teach you in you have to feel where you're at. You have to you already there. You already have it. So I'm just doing my practice. I'm just practicing. I'm practicing. I already have my new vehicle. It looks like this. It feels like that. Oh, the dawn is riding high, right? And so I'm like, okay. Had cleaned Pearl out earlier. Did a good deed for somebody earlier that day, like earlier while I was cleaning Pearl out. I was brushing, hand brushing her, and I, loving on her, and and praying over. You have an older vehicle, you pray over, even if you don't. You know what I'm saying? You want to pray over your tires. You want to, what I'm saying? You just want to be you want to put God in everything, right? This is part of the channel. It's supernatural stuff, right? So this is my relationship with my vehicle. Thankful that it gets me where I'm going all the time. I've had issues that have been like, should have been way bigger, but somehow they wasn't, like miraculously, like it's just going. I'm going and flowing, right? So I'm like, this is in my mindset. I'm like, thank God, like, and that's what I'm saying. I'm driving like, what? I'm so thankful. I have a vehicle that I'm using in my businesses to, that it just played out the type of vehicle. It just like, I'm personal training, and I'm just carrying stuff and blase bloom and everything else I'm doing, right? So, yeah. So this is the mindset. So I'm like, okay, going to pick up my son. On the way, boom, feel all this in my brain. Everything I'm telling you is in my brain. And so I say, you know what? I'm going to go to the car wash. And the minimum at this car wash that you go to out here where I'm at is $8. That's the minimum. That's like the least. And from what I'm saying, you from the hood, you go to a car wash me $3 tops, because I'm moving fast. What I'm saying? With the quarter, I'm talking about the car wash with the quarters in it, or you can swipe your card or whatever. But you own that thing. You brush. Talking about you using your muscles. It's a workout when you do a car wash. You spray that thing from the top to bottom. So, but I'm like, listen. I'm like, this is where we do that. I'm thankful for Pearl. I'm like, okay, baby, you about to get bathed. You know what I'm saying? I'm normally I'll just wait until I'm going down that way. Then I'm you know what I'm saying? Then I'm take you to the, I'm gonna wash you off when I'm going that way, right? This is the plan. Normally, I'm rambling. My point is, I'm like, you're going to get this bath. You're going to like it. It's going to feel good. Boom. I pull in. pay my money, pick my boop, 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 boop. So I pull in car wash and I put in little girl, she back, do the pre thing. I put it in neutral, and I'm like, yeah, in my mind, Pearl, yeah, you like, you see the brushes coming, the one spin. I'm like, okay, Pearl, normally it's just me rubbing you, what I'm saying, with the car wash thing, what I'm saying, normally it's just me, but now look at all this on you, because I like to, like I said, I like to do my own. I don't like to, and so I was like, so we come out, and so they release you. I'm almost there to the point. They release you. You're in neutral, and so I'm in neutral, and they in the track that you're on. During the car wash, you're on this track, and it just goes. So then that track releases you. Boom. So I'm just like, boom. I leave it in neutral. I'm like, okay. So I'm letting her coast out, seeing how far, just how to listen to the car. You know what I'm saying? When you're a guy, guys like to listen to their car, like listen to. Matter of fact, I was riding with a friend the other day, and I told her it was a guy in a old suburban, old, and it was jacked up, and it was like painted like dull gray or dark gray or charcoal gray, like it looked like him. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't nothing like that. And I mean, a little small tailpipe. And I said, you know what? He has that engine, like he has that car perfectly, and I can just feel it. I can hear it. It wasn't too loud and nothing. He had his children was with him and everything. But I said he has that car perfectly tuned exactly the way he wants to. I could just tell. Like he had worked on it, and it was just old, but it was just tuned. It was just, and so what I'm saying is I listen to my car. I listen to Pearl, and so I'm just like, you can tell if you really listen. If you really, what I'm saying, you can hear, what I'm saying, you can tell when somebody ain't quite right. You can listen when you listen to your heart and you feel like something, if you really listen. So I'm just listening. This is the mindset I'm in, right? I'm just listening. And so I'm listening to her. I'm just, I put her, she's in neutral. And I'm the type of guy who I'll be riding with you, and then you'll be riding, and I'll put your car in neutral, and you don't know. You'll be at the light, and you'll be trying to take off. Yeah, like, and you don't know. You think your car. It's funny. Anyway, I digress. So, because I'm getting to the end. Boom. So I'm listening to her, and so I'm just letting it coast, turning into, because I'm going to go to the vacuums now. You take the wash, you just go on over to the vacuums. So I'm boom, neutral, and then I'm kind of like, okay, boom, drive, boom, and then not pushing the gas, because when you put your car in drive, your car will still drive, on its own, because it's in drive. You don't have to push nothing, because I'm going right over there. I'm just going right around there, and boom, drive, boom. So boom, okay, neutral, drive, boom, and I'm getting right up to the first spot that I see, and all of a sudden, my foot goes from the brake to the gas. I run the median that the little median, the block that they had it wasn't a big one, real small. Run over that, run into the pole that's there, and I'm like in shock. I have never had an accident in my years on the planet. I've never damaged a vehicle. I'm like the best driver, one of the best, and I'm on the best on the planet. I can drive, like common drivers, I'm saying I drive in my brain, I have OCD about everything. I mean, I just drive like, just everything's in line, everything's in order, everything is moving forward, everything is. I constantly imagine people not like. I'm not gonna go that far. I'm telling you, I am a conscious driver, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden my foot goes. And so the title of this video, the meaning of this video: have you ever been so spiritually high? Have you ever been so? And I realized, as I'm walking around today, hours later, the next day, I'm like, I was so spiritually high. I was so like something. I don't know what happened. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I still don't know. And there's so many thoughts, and I'm telling myself, I'm just like, did, you know, the title of the video is, have you ever been so spiritually high that something happens where you don't, out of nowhere, something, and granted, I've been watching American Gods, one of my favorite shows, the last season. I know it's old, I've rewatched, going back over that. And so you can look for, on your spiritual journey as you progress, you can look for things. You can maybe will strange things. You may be strange. You may be different. But this was one of the strangest occurrences that I've had spiritually, or that I felt weird about, strange about, that my foot just goes from, like, all of a sudden, like, I'm on this high, like, I'm my brain, and when I'm revisiting my mind in the moment, I'm like, just replaying over and over, how did I, like, and the crazy thing is, it smashes in my front, but the truck still it's still going, it still runs. And I'm at a point trying to manifest, trying to, think of new things. And it's like, did I just manifest myself into an accident where my truck still runs, but the grill is broken off? I have to take the grill off, but I can pull my bumper out by hand, and it pushed the fan in a little bit, but it ran. I was still able to go pick up my son. And so I'm like, because in this system, not the system, but in my spirituality, there's miracles, there's the 9 gifts, there's the 9 fruits. We're getting to that. That's a whole nother video. But I had to say something on this video. The first one saying, have you ever been so spiritually high? Because I just said to someone the other day, when you are in when you do get to certain places, and a lot of this vlogging is going to be about how to go step by step. A lot of people want to say, get here and go there, but they don't tell you actually how. I'm talking about actually how, in the mental, how to actually take yourself from being a sinner to a winner. You know what I mean? From being a beginner to a winner. You see what I'm saying? From being to getting on a championship team and knowing how to repeat championships in life, to learn to be a repeat championship in life through your spiritual, mental, physical health, emotional health, which is mental health, all of it, combining it all together and aligning everything through chaos or order. It doesn't matter. However you want to get there. But my point is, it was really, really strange at this area to be in such a meditative state. And to have that happen in such a meditative state really blew my mind. It's still blowing my mind till now. Saying, what was it? I mean, because you can go into all types of things. Did somebody put a curse on me? Is people praying against me? Like why would all of a sudden why would I all of a sudden being, thankful? I'm literally in this mode of being thankful for my truck, trying to manifest a new one, being that high feeling, nothing negative, nothing against no one, never had an accident, feel like I'm the best driver I know by far. And all of a sudden I'm just driving up to the thing, and my foot just moves, like it moves quick, and I'm just like, crash, and I'm like, what? Who did when? Where? Who did what? What is type of attack is this? This is amazing. This is amazing. And so it was so amazing that I'm just like, so you can comment below, ask your questions. We have a lot more content coming. But yeah, this is the Don's Life Encouragement System, saying, have you ever been so spiritually high that you just don't even know where you were at? Because when you're alone and you're a star seed, when you're chosen, when you spend time with the Most High, you can be in your brain. You can be in the world, but not of the world. You see what I'm saying? You're so creative. You're so artistic. You're so imaginative that your brain. You're not even. So as you meditate and you spend a time alone, you know what I'm saying? If you actually turn out to ask my son yesterday, I said, have you ever even turned off have you ever heard your own thoughts? Do you ever get to hear your own thoughts? Do you ever just turn off everything and just listen to yourself? And so, um, yes. And so as I experienced that, I'm like, man, I'll be, alone meditating and just even meditating as I'm doing chores and this and that. And I'm like, man, I'm so in the presence of the Most Highs. I'm so in my own zone. I'm so enjoying my own space, my own zone, my own home, I'm so enjoying like the Most High's loving on me and just telling me who I am. I'm enjoying this. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And that's what the Don's Life Encouragement System wants to encourage you to do. But like I said, we'll get to know each other. This is going on and on. I am a life coach. I am a reader. I am a healer, inner healer, not an outer healer. I went to school for that. Laying on of hands. Laying on in my presence. Yes, healing will come. Being in my presence. Hearing my voice. So I am on Instagram at the Don's Life Encouragement System, Facebook at Dawn Pleasant, and so Champion DP13 at gmail.com. Champion DP, the 13 for that Christ consciousness, and because Christ was the 13th one with his 12 disciples. So then we have our 12 astrological signs that we want to combine into one earth, one atmosphere, one love. And that's 13, that Christ love. Y'all be well. Namaste. Be blessed. Blissed. Not be lessed. Love y'all. Love yourself.